Women in the Middle East are hungry for self-development. They're hungry for career growth. They want to know how to get ahead.
The nature of this business is
I wanted to try something new.
we take a step out of the workforce.
We as a society have to change.
My name is Rana Nawas. I'm the creator and host of When Women Win. We're here at my home, we're gonna have a chat, and then we'll pack up and head off and shoot a podcast. While I was at GE, the president asked me to co-lead the GE Women's Network for the region. I personally didn't see the need for a women's network. But then when I started leading it, I saw that women in the same company as me were having a very different experience. So I became a very passionate advocate for women in the corporate world. I decided to create a podcast so that women all over the world could hear from inspirational women doing cool things and really learn from their tools and their strategies to help them improve their own lives.
Have that conviction and you have to keep going. It's part of the journey.
Big theme on When Women Win is defying stereotypes. Very true. And this is a big sort of
I wanted to start normalizing this winning thing.
Best practices on there and what's working for me. So
There's lots of women who win. What happens when they win depends on what their definition of success is. And that's part of the reason why my guests are so diverse, right? It's a business podcast because it's designed with a businesswoman in mind. But even businesswomen have very diverse interests. I do a lot of research on my guests well in advance so that by the time we get together, the conversation is really natural. Awesome. So we'll see you at 2:30. Ciao, bye. I packed my recording equipment, my Zoom and my lapel mics. That's all I need. A lot of people ask me what it's like to work as a woman in the Middle East. A lot of the issues we face are actually global. Women everywhere are suffering because of systemic bias, poor parental support, lack of informal networks. In the Middle East, Dubai is leading the way. Not only is its leadership super vocal and committed in actions, but also because a lot of the multinationals have their headquarters in Dubai. And that's really great because we're importing all of these best practices. But that is not translating in the local private sector as much. I'm really excited about today's interview with Dima Ayad. She's a lifelong friend. She spent a lot of years in the corporate world, and then she became a fashion designer. Dima, I'm so happy to have you on When Women Win. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you for having me. We're finally
For me, every episode has a surprise. The reason is I don't know the answers to the questions I'm going to ask.
I know things have been changing as the years go by, but we're still not there. We're far from being there.
I've learned a ton from my guests. Every single episode enriches me, informs me, teaches me, shapes me in some way. Thank you so much for coming by, Dima.
Thank you for having me.
A question I wish more women would ask me is how can they support other women? And the answer is share successes, promote other women's achievements, and you'll be amazed at the positive reinforcement that generates.